Hello, everyone. Hello. Back again. Back again. All right. I'm going to be working on a bunch of random stuff. I have no idea. We're going to try and track down people reporting an issue with like lag spikes. We're going to try and make a world for that. I'm going to continue working on the summon light spell. Yeah. Let's see what happens from there. Hope everyone's doing well. Hey, Blurry, how's it going? Oh, and I'm going to be building this against .NET 7. I finally created an all-new install here. So, yeah. I have failed, booze. Failed at what? How you doing, Lord Jar Jar? It actually wasn't too bad migrating this over to .NET 7. I didn't play with the mod yesterday. That's perfectly fine. It is what it is. We're going to create a new world. So this is probably what people are doing, right? Like, I'm going to create a new world. Gray world. I am ashamed. I have such shame. I can't look myself in the eyes. It's all right. I mean, you know, Lord Jar Jar, it's like, this is like a fine wine. The longer you wait to play it, the more I can get all the bugs and stuff out of it. So really, you're just increasing your experience. That's all. Oh, that's good. Oh my God, there's so much humidity in here. I just grabbed my water bottle. My hand's like soaked. Oh my God. There's water everywhere. Blurry, quite good. Today I learned why Spear and Fang left Vintage Story Discord. Thankfully, he does modding for VS stuff. Why did he leave? Why did he leave? Interesting. Let's see. How are you doing? What are you eating? I'm not eating anything. I am drinking. I have these little Crystal Light packets. This is wild strawberry. Now, normally, I will do a half and half packet, so I'll do half wild strawberry and then half of the lemonade, and then it's like a nice, tasty strawberry lemonade. But what am I doing? You know what? We're gonna go with just randomness. People are probably picking the Rust Mage, I assume. So I'm in the game. Seems like it's pretty good. All right, let's unlock magic / game mode 2. Let's pull up the tool. Now I'm gonna do a test here, right? Like I'm in there. There's nothing crazy, so it's not really a temporal stability issue. Freaking out, man. You got me curious. I wonder what happened to Spear and Fang. And is he going to like Minecraft, or maybe I should send him a message. My man. Almost there. Alright, so it's kind of hard to see what's happening here, but I'm walking around. Like, everything's shifting, but it should be. I don't really see that much of a difference in my character. Yeah, I knew you were going to spawn. So we'll just kind of keep going. People are being super critical, or being super critical without being constructive. One person mostly got the same treatment. Oh no, he's still modding VS. He's just not using VS official Discord. Go into survival mode and do that. Here, I'll do it 2 ways. I want to make sure that everything's fine here, because being in creative or survival doesn't change. Like, the same methods are running regardless. But so far, so good. So I'm gonna save. I'm gonna create a new world. I'm gonna put a glass little dome around myself, and then I'm gonna lose my temporal stability. All right, so this will be the second test. Create world. Yeah, it's a shame that people are like that. Yeah. I think for something like this, like if you're gonna do modding and stuff, you kind of have to, kind of have to have a thicker skin a little bit too. Not saying that, you know, he doesn't. It's just that you gotta just not care about other people, like what they say. Like with this mod, right? I pushed out this mod, and you know, I clearly say it's an alpha, and I get a couple like messages where it's like, you know what? I don't think I'm gonna use your mod because, and I'm just like, I don't fucking care. Like, you know, like, use it, don't use it. Like, did you really have to send me a message saying that you're not gonna use my mod? Just don't care. You know what I mean? Like, life is too short. But I'm glad I made an impact in their life, you know? That they went out of their way to send me a message. Yeah, but those kind of people can be pretty annoying. That's, you know, kind of a reason why I don't really talk in the main Vintage Story Discord either. Like, I'm part of it, but, you know. I mean, if someone says something about me, like, I had one dude kind of, you know, coming at me, like I was holding back, like, oh, he's not teaching everyone how to do blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't have to teach you shit. You know what I mean? It's like, who are you again? Alright, let's see. I'm gonna pull up glass. Yeah, that sucks though. You know, because, you know, making mods and stuff, you spend so much time on it. And it's not like this is Minecraft where it's like, oh, you get some kind of kickback depending on how popular your mod is. With this, it's like, no, you know, like this is literally all like a charity thing. I just want to make the game better so I have more fun when I play it. And people, you know, people got to be people. Oop. All right. So here I am. Let's do it. Humans are nasty little creatures. Yeah, I mean, you know, the thing is, too, like, I mean, it's the state of the internet. You know, like, everyone can be a weekend couch warrior and say whatever they want, you know? There used to be a time where you had to watch what you said because you get punched in the face. Now, you know, what's really gonna happen? I don't know. Also, my first mod is the auto TA AE. That one person got assaulted because of the automatic charges it does. Oh, and to be fair, laughed at all that conversation. All right, boom. Make a I gotta make a Patreon. I do. All right, so here I am. Now I just gotta get out of here. You know, this was probably a bad idea. All right, hold on. So I'm taking damage, so I would expect this. Get away from me, you son of a bitch! I can survive. There we go. Ha 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 ha! Not gonna eat these biscuits. Hey, little butterfly. Yeah, like, I'm taking damage, so yeah, you will get, you know, like, the jolting. So let's wait. There's a tiny bit of rubber banding, but can't tell if it's the old way. This is the game, so when you take damage, like, if you've starved to death as much as I have, every time you take damage, it changes your velocity. And everything is shifting, so as I'm this deep, I'm taking health damage right now. Each hit, you hear the do-do-do-do-do-do. Have people not, like... Am I the only one that doesn't eat anything in Vintage Story and lets my guy just, like, die all the time? Like, you know, it's still shifting a little bit, but now my velocity is not being tampered with. Oh, I got a little jolt there. Let's wait. My stability is 16%. Things are shifting a little less. All right, sky's looking a little clear. Hey! I don't know if this is just random, but the fact that the sun is over there and you can see the light from the one side, like I wonder if that's like a thing. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, if the sun was like over here, would the moon still look like the crescent there, or does it rotate around? All right, let's see. All right, so I am getting something now. Things are glitching a little bit. All right, so now let's take a gear. Let's see if it does it in this game mode. Okay, the fact that it's not doing it in this game mode, but does it in this one. I don't think I've ever starved to death in this game. Man, I starve to death all the time. My guy lives off of berries when I can find them. Other than that, this guy doesn't eat anything. Doesn't eat anything. Like it's actually I use starving to death to my advantage, because if you do like sprint and jump like this, see, if you can get one of those little hits, it will actually propel you in that direction. So it's a way I can get away from things faster. All right, so my stability is still increasing. Let's go ahead and change game modes. We're going to get a gear, and we're going to try and consume a temporal gear to make sure that this isn't an effect of having lower temporal stability, because right now it's under 50%. Let's get a knife. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Game mode 1. Am I going to get anything? I'm not getting anything now. With my temporal stability up higher, everything is pretty good. Hey, buddy. Ah! I'm sorry! No! Ah! Respawn. By the way, today... Oh, wait. Berries for the win. Yeah, there we go. I've started a few times trying to get food. Oh. Damn, that thing's still active? Which way did I even go? I think that way. Boop. Boop. I usually have so much food. Oh, wait, I gotta read some things here. I only take black or white currant bushes. I take anything. I'm an opportunistic forager. If it's there, I'm taking it with me. Today, accidentally discovered. You can also do /GM. You only have so much food at the start, it's rotting. Oh, so much food at the start. I just throw it all away. I can't ever get to it all. Meanwhile, some of us are starving in the streets. All right, where am I going? Where was that? Oh, there it is. Maybe I should have threw some rocks at people. So, I mean, I don't know. It seems like it's... Oh, I got a little something there. All right, I'm getting something. All right. I guess what we could try to do, because it's like I got something, but it's not really... Yeah, it's kind of random, which is weird. So, let's start off with checking the main code for the behavior that brings about like mana right here. We're going to go through it, and we're just going to make sure that it's not running a bunch of things that it doesn't have to be running. Optimization. So it does this if this is on first run. And I have to do this because initialize isn't working. So it sets a simple true or false here. So this runs the first frame and then shuts off. And then I do a check to see that if this is client side, to make sure the player is ready. If it's server side, I do another check to make sure that the player is connected and ready as well. And then I do an accumulator. So the accumulator updates the sounds. But I got this code from... Here, let me check here. So if this is self, then... So this is just doing a sound check to see if you are casting a spell. So it fades in and fades out. I don't think that's going to be a big problem, because I'm not casting a spell, so it's not really calling anything in there. Oh my god, it brought me so far down. There we go. So we're back to here. So every second, it's trying to just see, like, should I be casting a spell? Actually, I don't think it's every second. It's probably a little more than that. I figured out the stutter bug. No, not yet. This is a constant check to see if you can unlock magic for the first time. This is a simple bool check. That's not going to really be resource intensive. And then it goes into this. So if you are a player, if you have magic and it is unlocked, then it's going to start playing some of this. So I do a check here to make sure that your mana is not a negative number. And then I do a dynamic update for your total mana. Excuse me. I guess I could try and optimize that. That is kind of a sloppy way to do the check. That's just like a... Although, it would check to see if your total max mana equals 0. Or... well, sadly, I have to dip work tomorrow. Hey, not a problem, Blurry. Thanks for stopping by. Good hunting to you as well. Good hunting to you as well. I'm going to put in a rmrreferences.logger. I'm going to put a print statement here. I don't think it's even getting to this. I'll just have it be 1. That way, when I see it stutter, I'm just going to put a bunch of print statements in, and then I will see where, you know, where the stutter is coming from. It shouldn't be meditation logic because I'm not meditating. So it's checking to see, like, the bool. I don't think this is going to be doing anything. So I'm not going to put a statement in there right now. This is a constant check. But again, right, it's checking to see, like, if your mana experience, like, it does a simple bool check. So that's not going to be a problem. But I will put one in here, right? Might as well. Alright, so we got 1. Rustmage sent eligible message for tier upgrade. This is another check, but I have so many things like that. That is definitely not. That is not. What do I have this for? Entity equals null. I'm going to put that in. That will be number 3. If you try to move... Oh, interesting. I'm going to put that in as number 4. This could be what's doing it. I may have to rewrite this. I think I have to put in something in there to where, like, if the casting equals true. So let's look for 4. I know the armor bonuses, I ironed all those out. They are not proccing. It does like 1 update when you put the piece of equipment on, and then it doesn't update again. Honestly, Tyrant should fix the damage stutter bug to begin with. Yeah, it would be nice. Holy shit, there is a lot of 4s right now. It is literally spamming 4. And we just had a stutter. I see nothing but 4s. You know what? Let's optimize this a little bit. So I still want to look to see if you are moving. What I can also do is say if your spell casting is equal to... This is a bool, right? Yeah. So if this is true... So if you are spell casting and you try to move, then you're gonna set these variables. I should do an or statement, so I need to do this as an and. And then we're gonna say or this current cast timer is greater than 0. So I'm gonna do a check, like you have to be moving and it needs to be your spell casting true or your cast timer's above 0. Either way, I would want to do a correction. Okay, we're not spamming 4s anymore. That may have been it. Yeah, because it seemed like it was around the trader that it seemed to be worse. So I don't know if like you get in a certain proximity and then things become like too much for the game. I'm not seeing anything now. And I'm not seeing any calls right now. So that's good. Let's keep looking though. So I'm going to delete all of these. So 4, 3. There's the 1. There's 2. All right, let me look at the equipment bonus. And we're just going to double check this. So you have to be wearing the piece of equipment. So we start off zeroing everything out. And then I take a snapshot of everything you have on. And then I say, if the 2 things are not the same, then you're going to actually do an assignment. Now, maybe we can optimize this a little more too, because it is calling this every time. Let's get a print statement in here, because I may be able to further optimize this. Man, I was hoping to work on some spells, and I want to change the Rust Mage. So I'll put a 1 here. Oops. Yep, so it's spamming 1 right now. Okay, so what I can do is I can make use of a previous... You know, I think I was going to put a system like this in. So where I could take a snapshot. Yeah, see, previous spell modifier. I started to work with cast time with that. So I'm going to create a bunch of variables. We're going to go back down to here. So we're going to have mana regen. And we are also going to have maximum mana. Boop. And we are also going to have mana cost. Boop. And then cast time we can keep. I will initialize these in the beginning. So again, on game tick, run this for the first time. We're going to go through. I will, you know what? I'm going to put it with the rest of the stuff here. I'm going to zero everything out. Right, so we had what? Max mana. We had the mana cost. And then the cast time. I'm going to copy this. We are going to go right down into here. And then I will say if... And then I'll say this previous mana cost does not equal... Where is it? Here it is. This mana, this regen mana gain variable. So if there is a difference between the two, then run this code. All right, so instead of having one spammed, which was all this, like as the game was ticking, which if I move this over here, as we could see before the code, it's like checking all of your equipment slots. We don't need to do that. We can be smarter with this. I hate that this window stays on top of everything. It's the most inconvenient thing. I hate it. There's this little gnat that's like constantly buzzing around. I see it. You know what? I'm gonna charge it rent. It's been here for days. What is it eating in this game room? How are you alive? All right. So we got the ones. Okay, so I'm going to save this. We're going to fireball it in. So that didn't... Oh, wait, that didn't do it because I need to finish what I was doing. So now we have to come into here. And we're going to assign it here, and then I'm going to say this previous equals this mana regen, so we can update it. So it's going to trigger it once. There we go. Nope, it didn't do it. It's eating your sanity. I need every ounce of that. How dare you, sir? And or madam. All right, let's take a look at this. Let me do RMR references dot logger. I'm gonna take a snapshot of both things. So again, do this plus. Let's get the previous. Oh, it's not gonna work because I just created variables outside of methods. That's a big no-no. It's a big no-no. There we go. So I'm going to put this in here. I'm going to fireball it in. I'm going to shut down. We're going to bring the game back up. Damn it, and I just closed it. I didn't gracefully shut down. Sucks. That sucks. Because now I have no idea where I'm going to be. Do I have magic unlocked? Don't I? Am I by the cart? All right, that's our previous world. Where are you, you little beast? Eating my sanity for free? All right, so we have a couple things here. It looks like it's zeroed out or it equals 1. So if we go back in here, you know, I could. I'm going to do something else here. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to paste this in. I'm going to get rid of that bit. Man, I really wish this could just sit. Is there something I can do to like let this go in the background? You know what? We're Google searching it. I am tired. It's the most inconvenient thing. So let's do what is this? Visual Studio Community Output. Always on top. Always on top status can be switched by clicking the push pin on the program title bar when Filebox Extender is running. What the fuck is that? Is it this little thing? No. That would make it bigger. What is that? Nope. Go to previous message. Why does Visual Studio run always on top mode? Always on top when debugging. All right, how do I turn it off? I had the same problem. Reran as administrator. If I ran as administrator, oh my god, there's so much text. Holy crap. This has nothing to do with anything that I'm doing. You know what? Failed. All right, we're just gonna have to keep it small. All right, so now it's doing calculations, right? Still not bad, but it is definitely doing a lot more calculations than it needs to. Now let's try and minimize this. So it's saying this right here, this previous equals 0. Which that really shouldn't be the case unless I need to turn this into a different kind of variable. I can say mana regen. Let's try to parse this out a little bit because the ones are kind of confusing. Boo, boo. Boom, boom. Well, isn't that interesting? So it's not doing the mana regen. It did it, looks like it did it twice, so probably once on the server, once on the client. It was able to update the information, so it's not doing this anymore, and now it's just doing checks to see if it could get into this method. Let's double check all of this. So let's get GM2. So for mana regen, we are looking at the bracelet. So I'm going to soulbind this to myself. Oh, I've got like no mana. Awesome. Boop. Okay, I'm going to soulbind this to myself. Oh, I need to increase my maximum mana because I made it 25. All right. Let's get this other tool out. So there's 25 mana. Soulbind this to myself. All right, we are going to put this on. I should see it pop up once or twice. Once on the server, once on the client, and then it should stop. And I should be regaining 2 mana. I don't think it updated at all. Let's go down to meditate and see what we're at. So it's only giving me 1 mana each. So it did not go into that at all. Oh, shoot. You know, I can't... I don't think I can do that. I can't do it this way. We're getting close, but we're not quite there yet. So if this doesn't equal this... So outside of this, I need to do something that's a little different then. So for previous mana... I suppose I may have to change my approach here. How do I want to do this? Maybe I could take a snapshot to see if there was any change in the equipment slot. Maybe I should go about it that way instead of like a blind this variable to this variable. So let's get rid of this. Pop that back on. Yeah, because right now it's not updating at all, and it should. Oh, it's because of this still. You know what I could do? I think if I do a search through, I can assign. So I'm partially there. I'm going to assign the 4 item slots that I'm looking for. I'm going to make previous versions of those, and I'm going to do a quick check on those 4 slots to see if anything has changed. If something has changed, either the slot is empty or it's a completely different item than expected, then I can, based on the slot, run this code once. So let's try that. Okay, so is the player wearing armor equipment? Supplanting wearing armor equipment soulbound. So I think I want to just copy this. I'm going to have to modify this code. So we're going to take a snapshot of the player. If the player doesn't equal null, we will look at a couple of things. If... Item code path contains... So I could compare 2 strings, I'm thinking, to make this as easy as possible. All right, so instead of these variables, I'm going to copy and paste these. I'm going to preserve this old way, and then we are going to say, instead of mana regen, we will say arm, head, arm, head, body, and legs, because those are the ones that I really care about. Instead of floats, we're going to make these strings. And they can stay private, it's fine. We are going to come down. I'm going to have to initialize these. I'm going to pretty much just make it a space on first initialization. So it's going to force it. So let's do arm, head, body, legs. Now we're going to come back down into here. And I'm going to do a search with the arms first. which I could use this to do. So we're going to check the arm slot. I'm going to have to put an else statement here because I'm going to have to do a completely different check based on if there is an item or is not an item. Right? I think we're getting there. We're getting there. So if the player entity gear inventory for the arm is not empty, so there's something there, I can take all of this and then I could do a comparison. Instead of a contains, I could say equals. And I could do this dot previous modified arm. So it's going to compare string to string. If it is not equal, then we are going to do a couple of things. I will first run this. We will get the code path. Right, that way we can do the update. And then we are going to run this code right here. I can get rid of that. I'm Batman. Hello, Batman. I'm Vice. All right, we're getting there. I can delete all of this because I don't need all that. I kind of wonder what the modifier is if there's nothing there. Maybe I should make it just like a null string. Or maybe I can make it say none. Either way. All right, let's finish. So I'm going to check for the mana bonus. We are going to save this. I'm going to fireball it in. Yeah, it's going to be upset. We're going to just shut down. Go a little further down. So this is going to go away because we're not going to use that way anymore. So it should say mana regen when it does the check. I'm going to rebuild. Is there passive mana regeneration? Not right now. The name of the game is juggling that temporal stability with meditation. Now, if you look in the creative, you could see that I do have crystals. When I redesigned the Rust Mage after I fix, after I optimize things, Rust Mages will get a bonus to the temporal stability loss, so they won't lose as much temporal stability through meditation. That will be the class perk instead of restricting spells. But yeah, as of right now, there is no passive mana regeneration. Now with the crystals, like I was saying, before I got off topic, hey Vexus, Ribbit, I do have crystals. I would like to make something where you could maybe meditate near something, but maybe you would have to attune to an element, and then being around that element would allow for passive mana regen. But, we'll see. Regen mana. All right, we're gonna save this. We're gonna look at our print statements. So 2, right? It's trying to do things. If I take this off, didn't do anything. Oh, it didn't do anything because I forgot this bottom part. Okay, let's see. So if it is empty. All right, I'm going to say, I'm going to have to flip this a little bit. I'm going to cut that out. We're going to get rid of this. So I could say if this equals, or this contains, I'm just going to make it null. Or, I'll say, no equipment, right? That's something that I think we could all agree on here. I'm going to make it equal no equipment. I got to think this through, right? So if there is an item slot there, and if the item slot does not equal what it thinks the previous item would be, then we're gonna do the adjustment and run this. If there is nothing in the slot and it does not contain no equipment, then it will update to no equipment. So I think that's gonna do it. We're gonna save, fireball it in. I can't tell. Oh, it just did something. All right, let's see what mana regen is. I should be getting 2 mana back. Yep, I'm getting 2 mana back, a tick. Now, if I take this off... Oh, you know what? I probably have to mark it as dirty as well. Because I think I may be getting 2 mana back now. Yep, I'm still getting 2 mana back. I gotta mark it dirty. That's what she said. What? Oh man, I'm missing a lot. So you should make a shroom that can give mana regen. Oh, you can make the rust mages have great skills at X skills, temporal adaptation. I gotta say this, I don't know if X skills works at all. I highly doubt it does. I have no interest right now in making my mod compatible with other mods when my mod's not even done. So I got a lot of things like, is it X skills compatible? It's like, no, it's not. Not that I know of. I didn't test it against it. So if it is, it's purely chance. I don't think it's going to be because I am reducing the temporal stability amount based on a static thing. But no, X skills, unless, you know, the people in X skills want to make their mod compatible with my mod and actually look for my draining of like meditation and stuff, I highly doubt there's going to be anything right there. Again, I haven't tested it, so we'll see. I do like the idea of mushrooms. Mushrooms are like the one thing where it's like, honestly, I feel like mushrooms are really crappy in this game. It's like most of the stuff's like poisonous. You can't really eat them. You know, why don't I do something? I could do something interesting with like mushrooms. Hold on, let me flip to my ideas page here. Now, here we go. Focus model. So I'll just say mushrooms. I'll put a couple question marks. Use for mana, question mark. There could be something interesting where I could have a dynamic where it's like you could take like a mushroom slurry or something. But again, right, this isn't an alchemy mod, so I gotta watch myself. Gotta watch myself. You know, instead of contains, I should say equals. I'm going to cut this out. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to paste this in. We'll put a 1 here, and then I'm going to paste this in, and we'll put a 2 there. So let's see if it's even registering that an item is there. So it sees that, so it's on 2. So it does see that there's no item in there. If I pull this out, okay, so it switches to a 1. So that's not bad. Here we go. Creatures that walk around. Oh, is there a mod like that? Use a magic mushroom mod? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there's a mod like that. There could be, but could not be. They're creatures that walk around. You kill them and get magic mushrooms. Yeah, but, you know, also, I'm not... If I do something with mushrooms, it's not going to be, like, themed against mushrooms. I don't really care for mushrooms. Got a goddamn bear. Slash GM2, I suppose. Fucking bear, are you kidding me? I would have just had my biscuits eaten. Fucking bear. They're creatures. Okay, 1 heals you, 1 feeds you, 1 kills you. I'm not making... I'm not turning this into a magic mushroom mod. If anything, I would extract the mushroom to, like, create another item or something. Maybe I'd put the mushroom into the... Or maybe transmute it directly. I'm not sure. It's compatible right now. The Rust Mage has 0% at all skills. So it's compatible? You actually tested? Or was that not true? 0%? I think you're fibbing to me a little bit. All right, let's go a little further here. Let's paste both of these in a little deeper. So both of these are going to be equals. Okay, so it's not doing anything there. If I take this off, put it back on. So it's not showing me... I'm going to undo what I just did. I'm going to pop some variables in here. We are going to look to see what it thinks the previous arm modifier is in both of these states. All right. What is it? Whoa. So it thinks that there is a Armor Arm Temporal Bracelet Tier 1. And if I take it off, it's swapped, but it's not updating the name. So it's not updating the name. Oh, wait, do I have to put an else statement in here? Oh, man, I think I gotta put an else statement in here to pick this up. So this would be 3. And then I could still do the no equipment tag. All right, hold on. I love how this is like in my way all the time. X Skills works with Rust Magic just fine. The only thing needs to make it fully compatible would be to give Rust Mage class bonus and penalties in some skills. Right now, its default to no bonus is 0%. Oh, I mean, I don't know. Again, I'm not going to make compatibility for another mod when my mod is like 1/4 the way done. So it's not really my my cross to die on, right? I'm getting some interesting things here. So it sees this, and then if I take it off, yeah, so I think I know what you mean, right? Like, I'm going to have to hook into the other mod, or, you know, the X skills, and be like, oh, a Rust Mage class gets, you know, 20% bonus of this or that, or whatever the temporal things are. Honestly, I don't care enough to do that right now. I mean, it could be on the list, but, you know, I still have, like, spells and stuff that aren't even in yet. I have to redo the Rust Mage so it's not restricting spells. There's a lot to do. So, eventually I'll get to it. Maybe. We'll see. keep poking away at it. Because, I mean, it is a registered, but, you know, that's the thing. Like, if it's easy to do, like, if it's really just me creating a JSON file that, you know, X Skills looks for, and then I fill in a couple things, like, you know, if you know of a mod that adds classes that's compatible with X Skills, I could take a look at it, because if it's quick and easy, I'll put it in. But so we're getting to here. It's not updating. Oh, wait a minute. No wonder why. If it does not equal... Ah, I forgot to swap the logic. Boop, there it goes. Okay, so if I pop it back on now... Whoops, boop. Hey, mana regen. It's spamming mana regen right now, though. But boop, pop it off. No equipment. Boop. Boop. Okay, so... Son of a bee. So, it looks like it's kind of spamming here. Can be listed as compatible. Yeah, so I could say it's compatible, but it just doesn't implement anything yet. Yeah, there's at least one I'm checking right now. Oh, thanks, Hexadin. Yeah, if you can, again, if it's something easy, like if it's like, oh, I got a patch, you know, get a JSON patch, or I don't know, something, I could do it. That's fine. We can whip it up right here on the mod, you know. Well, I don't have much more time to mod right now, because I got to go be an adult soon, but... so we're getting into 1 and 2. Oh, I forgot to do an else statement here. You know what? Edit. Let's get rid of this. This. Save. Fireball. That would be why I'm getting some weirdness. Okay, so let's fireball this back in. Now it's swapping back and forth. If I can put on, let's do this dot entity dot world dot side plus. So let's look to see what side it's trying to save things on, because it looks like the client and the server are not talking. And it's pretty clear that they're not talking. The client sees the no equipment. The server sees equipment. And currently, there is equipment. So the client is not getting the update. So this is where I have to mark the slot as dirty, most likely. So when we go into here... I'm going to do a final check for everything. You know what? I think I can do it up here. Because all of this is going to be for the arm slot. So I can just grab this base slot, run the code, this dot player. No, that's not what I want. I didn't want to do this. I just want to do player dot mark dirty. Mark dirty and mark dirty. So that should make it trigger once. Let's trigger it now. Take it off. There we go. No equipment. It's not going any further. I put it back on, and it looks like it's still being a dick. Still being a jerk. All right. So marking dirty seems to not be the way. Again, now it sees the client as the arm. It has the arm, and then the server sees no equipment. I would trust the server more than anything. Oh, no, the server is wrong. Whoa. Yeah. Server is wrong. Because I just took it off. So I took it off, and then it's saying no equipment. No equipment mana regen. And then it went right back down to here. So it's saying no equipment. Which is what I would expect. And it looks like it did it once here. I'll put this into here. I'm going to cut this and we'll paste this. So 1, 2, 3. So it won't be as spammy now. Okay, so that's just the baseline tick. I think I can get rid of the baseline tick as of right now. There we go. So we have nothing going on. If I put this on, so it's like going crazy right now. It's saying equipment, no equipment. It doesn't know. If I take it off, then what just happened? It did 3. It saw that there. Oh, you know what I gotta do? Just to help out. I should do a before and after for this. So I'm going to copy this. We're going to paste it in. I'll be doing 3.2, 3.1. For this, it's going to be a 2.2. Because I want to see the transition. What was it before? Let's run things. And then what does it think it is now? So I can pinpoint why this isn't working. It's probably something dumb that I missed. Okay. Pop it on. Take it off. There we go. See, taking it off was no problem. It went from having the arm, it did the mana regen, and then it stopped. If I do meditate right now, I should get 1 mana back per tick. Goddamn bear. Just wants to just lay there. Oh, I can't do meditation with that in my hand. Empty hand, wand. There's some of my items where you can meditate with the things in your hand. There we go. Yep, it's doing 1 a tick. Good, good. If I put this on... See, now it's going crazy. It's going crazy. Either way, I'm marking this dirty. Let's kind of see what it has here. So, the client is saying no equipment. And the server is also saying no equipment. But then the... Oh, that's weird. That is weird, huh? I'm gonna move this over. Something small that I'm missing with this. What is it? So, this clearly works right here. This is not working. So what am I doing? I'm taking and I'm looking at the item. I'm saying, okay, you have something in the wrist slot. And then I take a look and I say, okay, that item in the wrist slot, does it equal the previous arm modifier there? And if it does not equal whatever it thinks the previous arm modifier is, it will change the arm modifier. Oh wait, did I pull out? Okay, so I'm not doing anything with any modifiers in here. Yes, I'm not doing anything with any of the modifiers. We're just hooking into this. Okay. So if it doesn't... Oh, shoot, I can't do that. I gotta rethink this part right here. What if I do a straight else statement? Because you can put other people's equipment on. Bum, bum, ba, bum, 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 bum. I could have a simple bool in here that it just kind of exists, and I can say if something changed, then I can toggle it, and then I could just do a search for that bool. Okay, so I'm gonna try and make this a little better. If I'm gonna move this into here. We're gonna come up top, and I will say for the bool. Let me get rid of all of this. Oop. So if that item does not equal the previous item, I don't think I need an else statement here. Okay, we're getting closer. We're getting closer. Let me... shoot, I can't fireball it in because I need something in here. All right, I'm just going to throw some code together. I think this is going to work. You know what? This isn't going to work. And get rid of that. Let's try this. Look over. All right, so are we spamming? No, we're not. Oh my god, is it working? So far we got something working. So it's not spamming anymore. I take it off, and it looks like it toggles the mana regen. You know what I gotta do? I have to set this so I can see what side it's coming from. This dot entity dot world dot side plus. We'll pipe this in like that. There we go. So now I'm getting the full story. Let's fireball this in. Move this. I hate that, you know, it tries to like anchor it. There we go. All right, let's hop back into the game, right? It's not spamming. If I put this on, here we go. So the server sees no equipment, and then the server runs it, and then it says, yes, I have a bracelet. And then the client sees no equipment, does the same thing, so that's fine. And if I take it off, then the client and the server both see it's a bracelet. They go through the mana regen, and then at the end, the client and the server say there is no equipment. Let's get a third-party wristband, because I think I'm going to have to make this code a little more robust, because I think now you could have anything in there. And it's going to change. Although, you know what? That doesn't matter if it does that. There we go. So now I took a snapshot. It ran the mana regen. When it runs the mana regen, I'm looking for my specific information with my specific tier stuff. So I should be getting 1 mana regen per tick. So I think I need to do this same thing to the other 3, and then this will cut down drastically. Yep, I'm getting 1 mana per tick. If I take this off and I put this on, if I meditate, I should be getting 2 mana per tick. Yeah, this should help out drastically. This is some major optimization. Yep, 2 mana per tick. Now if I just take it off and have nothing, I should go back to 1 mana per tick. You know what I was thinking? Instead of doing the meditation like I did, I could have started off with max mana, because I would have seen right away, yep, it's working. It would have been a lot easier to build this system, because I wouldn't have to sit and wait for meditation. I kind of failed a little bit. If I had just thought ahead. Waste of time. All right. So let's kind of look to see how I'm doing this code. Because this may be like a simple bool statement that I could turn this into. Let's get rid of some of the things we no longer need. Like, I don't need to see the print statements anymore now that I know it's working. But just in case something goes weird, I'm going to keep those statements in. I'm going to... Really, all I have to do is like copy and paste this and then swap out for the different things I want to check. So I'm going to do that. There's probably an easier way to do this. Anyone who's a programmer is probably cringing right now, like, what is he doing? Oh no, it's not optimized. Get this man off the stage. It'll be okay. Trust me, it'll be okay. All right, so instead of underscore arm, we're going to replace that with underscore head, because I want to check the head slot in the same way. And I'm going to do it with just my selection. So 5 occurrences. Now let's do arm. Replace it with head. Boop. 10 occurrences. I think that's all I got to do. This part right here. I would have to replace it with this. So we would run this and we would run this. So all of this head would be max mana. Wait a minute. You know what? I would have to run this for every stat. Okay, I would have to run this for every stat for every piece of equipment. All right. Oh, 1 second. All right, I'm back. I don't have to worry about dinner. Yay! I still have to be an adult in, like, you know, I don't know, maybe 8 minutes or so. But yeah, awesome. It took longer than expected, but seems you can't really make your mod fully compatible with X skills on your side, I think, unless you want to mess with X skills code. But X skills itself has patches for all common class mods. Okay, so if that's the case, I just need to look at how the patches are, and then I could just patch my own class in. That's not a problem. That wouldn't be too bad. So maybe I do make it compatible. All right, so we are going to do a check on everything when the equipment has been updated. I think this is going to work out a lot better. So good news, you don't have to do anything. Yeah! Woohoo! I like when I can be lazy. All right. Paste, paste, and paste, and paste. All right, I'm going to break this out because I'm getting tired of seeing it through like a tiny little window. We're going to make this a little bigger so maybe other people can see. All right, so kind of going over the code, we're going to check the arm piece, and if that changed, we are going to just do a rip right through just to see if any of the stats on the pieces of gear need to be updated. And then we're going to lock it in, and we're going to mark it dirty. So it runs it only once. Once on the server, once on the client. Instead of however many times a second that it would run this. Same thing if there's no equipment, we'll just do a quick check. And then adjust everything. And then mark it dirty so it doesn't do it again. So that's going to be for the arm piece. For the head, we have head, head, head. So everything's been adjusted for the head. Down here, it's going to be the body. So we're going to look for arm, and we're going to look at body. I'm going to select everything. So there are the 5 occurrences there. Aw, man, did I call it something else? Head body? No, it should be body. Yeah, it should be underscore body. Why is this unhappy? Oh, I forgot to put the underscore in. Oh, jeez. My bad. So if that's the case, anything that's armed, this should be body. Gonna copy that. So we'll paste this in. Mark it dirty. Same thing here. We'll check the arm for the body. And then paste that in. I feel like I'm missing something here. You know, I'm gonna get rid of these. Nah, I'll keep it. I was gonna say I'm gonna get rid of these statements. I mean, the mod X skills gets updated to be compatible with popular class mods. Yeah, then I can leave it to other people then to do whatever they want to do with it. I'm okay with that. Not only that, I mean, for a while too, I think people seem to forget that X skills had, you know, it wasn't updated, so there were a lot of, you know, like a lot of people wanted to use it, but it wasn't up to date, and people tried to patch it. So it could be one of those things where it's like, you know, okay, caution to the wind, you know, just be careful. If a crash happens and it has to do with X skills, I don't want people coming to me like it's my mod. It's the last mage! This only happened when I installed your mod with X skills. How dare you give us a faulty product? Alright, so this looks fine. This looks fine. For the body, we're specifically checking the code for the body. Changing that. And then again, the body, marking it dirty, that's fine. Now we just have the legs here. So instead of body, it'd be underscore legs. So I should be able to do this a handful of times. We'll copy all of this. Selection. There we go. This would be legs. Copy. Paste. And paste and paste. Okay, so that should do it right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Let's give it a try. It's gonna be really easy because I can just look at the maximum mana. Goddamn bear. Still better than Minecraft. Can't imagine trying to update RBM to a new version. Yeah, I would need to be part of a team probably. Every update. Well, all right, guys, we need to no life this for a month to rebuild it from scratch. That sounds like fun. What the heck am I doing here? Let's get a headpiece. Let's get chest piece. Let's get some leggings. And oh, this is going to be a partially broken system because I'm checking the armor pieces, but I'm not checking when you change your equipment. Shoot. Can't soulbind it. Insufficient mana. How about 50 mana? There we go. I should be able to soulbind everything. There we go. Alright, let's do this one. Regain mana. And do this. So I'm going to have to make another system that checks your main hand item in this same way. Which could be a problem if you do something like this back and forth. Ooh, snooze. I got like 5 minutes. 5 minutes. I'm gonna be more strict with myself. Alright, let's pull this up. make this full screen so I can kind of hover over and see what my maximum mana pool is. So it's 50. If I put the headpiece on, boop, it is now 52 because this added 2 mana. If I take this off, it is now 62 because it adds 10. And this should add 5, so it is now 67. That is indeed correct. If I remove things, yep, my mana pool did indeed change. Now the unfortunate part is, let's pull out a wand, or a staff. I keep calling it a wand. It's a staff. So the calls are being drastically reduced right now. Now the problem is, this staff doesn't give you any bonuses, but the other staff does. Hey! Hey! I'll transmutate your ass. There. Alright, let's learn all spells. Boop. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Meant to do this. There we go. And I'm 217, so I'm 17 over, which is 2, 5, and 10. So I'm still maintaining my bonus. The dreaded mandatory adult. Yeah, I know. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. I like being an adult. You know, I can kind of pick and choose my own destiny, which is nice. Let's upgrade the staff. We'll upgrade it a couple of times here. And I'll make it daytime. Time set day. Right, so we have the new staff. You know what I could do? I could make it to where your staff doesn't give you stats. That could save a lot with optimization, like in terms of optimization. But I would still want it to give you something. So like your offhand item allows you to augment some spells to be attuned with a certain element. So what could I make the staff do? What's the difference between a tier 1, 2, 3, or 4 staff? Know what I mean? What benefits, why would you want to go from a 1 tier staff to another besides it looking differently? I don't know. You know, I kind of wish in Minecraft with like metadata and stuff, I could put like an equipment slot on the staff. Yeah, see, like it's trying to do like the different modifiers there. Oh, that's funny. The cast time, I didn't cast it to a whole percent. Oh, I'm going crazy. No, that's okay. There we go. Stability should be rising. Yep. Damn it. Maybe you can have primitive staffs and advanced staffs. Yeah, but what do the staffs do? Because the problem right now is I had it to where the staffs kind of contributed to a reduction in mana cost and a reduction in cast time. Having a system like that is going to be like, if someone wants to be a jerk and they just want to scroll like this really fast, they could bog down a server, because I would have to do a check like an equipment slot each time it changes, you know? Just be better. Thanks, Accident. That is so helpful. That's so helpful. Just be better. Thanks. I gotta figure that out, because right now, with this new adjustment, it's gonna optimize things, but then there's not really gonna be a benefit. Like, I guess what I could do is I could lock down the spells that you can cast, kind of like the spell book. So even though this is a lesser spell book, no. I got 5 minutes. That's it. 5 more minutes. So right now for the spellbook, even though I know tiers 2, 3, and 4 spells, I can't see them to select. So I could make it to where, you know, maybe to cast a spell, you would have to have a certain tier spell. But it seems silly to lock you both ways. Like, I'm getting you coming and going. Like, I wanted the staff to be a little looser. You know what I mean? Maybe you could make a spellbook with birch bark and blueberries, but has penalties and breaks quickly. You know, that's the thing. These staves they don't have durability, because the idea was, since you have to upgrade them, they would be a long-term thing. But primitive spellbooks give max spell learn penalties, so only rust mages can make use of them all. Wait, what? What are you talking about spellbooks for? Like, I like the spellbooks are fine. I like that, you know, you have the different tiers of spellbooks. Like, I think the spellbooks are fine. It's the staves that we need to redo. Because the spellbooks don't give any kind of modifier. It just lets you memorize higher level spells. It's the staff here that has to do, like, it augments channeling. Casting my spell. See, with no equipment being tier 4, it kind of sucks. Boop. My new system, no! Alright, I gotta change this fast here, so... What exactly is the problem? So, number 6, parsing entity element. Oh, I didn't put forth an element! Oh, I gotta fix that. Alright, so... what I can do is I can say... if this element dot equals, and I can say what is it, none, right? So it would be e spell element dot none. So if it equals none, we have to change this to something else. I could say this equals enum damage source, or damage type. Alright, what am I gonna give it? Like, suffocation, maybe? It could just be suffocation damage. Injury? It could just be injury. Maybe. Injury would be a good one. Yeah, let's do injury. That way we can actually parse it through here correctly. So it could be injury dot to string. Or better yet, I could cut this out. We could paste this in, and then I could say else. So I could just have two. I will get rid of all of this. So if it equals none and it's a projectile, I don't have to worry about element at all. I could just say it's an injury. If it has an element, then I can just parse through that elemental source by going through the enum. There we go. All right, let's try that again. We're going to build. That's right, because I haven't actually attacked anything with a rust attack since my change. Oh, flag 4 does not exist. So you say. I did this wrong. I should do copy. Let's get rid of this and get rid of this. Paste. There we go. Let's rebuild. I like to... I'm going to initialize this. I'm just going to give it a false statement. There we go. Now we're going to do it. Get a primitive spellbook or staff tier. They might have a -2 spell tier learned. So every class other than rust mages would be below 0 max spell learned and can't use it. I don't know. That's... I was hoping for a different kind of solution there. Like, just, you know, just something. Or maybe there's only one kind of staff. Like, I could, you know, because I'm trying to force this tier 1, 2, 3, and 4. I could make it to where your staff eventually breaks, but therefore you can make one kind of staff, you know? And then maybe what I could do with that is I can have it to where all of my different staffs could be just the look of the model. I don't know. Gosh, I don't know. Oh, I gotta meditate. Oop, there we go. All right, let's do the rust attack. Time to adult, yeah. Ah, damn it! The result, none, was not found. I didn't want none. Spell elements, no. Oh, shoot! I forgot to do 2 string. Yeah, so... Take 3. You know, I'm gonna have to raid and run with someone else again. I hate raiding and running. It's like I don't build any relationships that way, right? There's no kinship being made when I raid and run. Although, to be fair, a lot of people don't really talk to me when I hop in anyways. Like, a couple people are like, you know, they'll say a couple things, but it's not that big. NBD, right? NBD. Maybe I don't raid anyone today. It'll buy a couple more minutes here if I don't raid anyone and we just go hard down. I think we'll do that today, everyone. I know I like to keep the good times rolling, but the good news is I'm getting some dinner brought to me, so I don't have to worry about that. All right, boop. Let's get rid of that. Maximize our mana. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out the staff. We got to figure out the staff, and then we have to. We got to make some adjustments. Projectile, baby. Rust energy. Boom! There we go. It does 6 points of damage. Now, if I want to turn it into fire damage, here we go. Fire magic. I would put that focus in my offhand. Now casting the spell, it should be a fireball. Bum, 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 bum. I would love to be able to socket fire gems on the staff to do this instead of having an offhand item. I think that would be so much cooler. I know I could do something like that in Minecraft. I don't think I can do something like that in this game. Which is unfortunate. Because I don't think you can attach an inventory to an item. There you go. So I did fire damage. If this thing had a weakness to fire damage, that would have done more damage to it. But I don't exactly have weaknesses passed on to other things. I think it's a pretty cool spellcasting system, though. Fireball, go! Alright. So, I don't know. I don't know what to do with the staff. Right now, like, if taking away the bonuses kind of stings a little bit. Know what I mean? Like, there's no point in having these tier staffs. And if I pull it back, what model do I use for the staff? I don't know. If anyone has any suggestions, let me know. You know, shoot me a Discord or something. For this, we could say that we have optimized this greatly. The stutters seem to be gone. Maybe later tonight, I will come out with a quick patch so you can watch for it. I may live stream again later tonight, too. I probably will live stream later tonight. So it's going to be like maybe 2 hours, 15 minutes You know, like it'll be like 7:30 Eastern time that between 7:30 and 7:45, depends on, you know, when I get off the couch. But thanks everyone for watching. This has been pretty good. Pretty good. Time to adult. Definitely time to adult. Yeah. If anyone has any suggestions, just let me know. Thanks everyone.